We coming in YouTube, yeah. Um, I want y'all to hear this and hear this clearly before I start to talk about this. But I want y'all to hear it from your for your own ears.
No, that's okay. That's why I love you. I'll roll it and you can start whenever Mr. Bill's rolling and I'm good. All right. I'm here on behalf of my client, Patrick Stallworth. I want to make it known to the community and to the state that Mr. Stallworth did not have anything to do with the missing child. Of course, we sympathize with the family members of little Miss Mackenzie Kenny, whose lovely name is Cupcakes. We hope that the Birmingham Police Department will do everything with the FBI to find the child. We hope the child is still alive and the child is doing well. But we want to make it known that Mr. Stallworth had nothing, and I repeat that, nothing to do with the child being missing and abducted by anyone. My client also denies the charges that have been filed against him. And he's going to do, along with my services, everything to fight the charges and to be found not guilty of the particular offense. We hope that the child is found by the police or anyone, and please turn the child in. But we want to once again say that Mr. Stallworth had nothing to do with the missing of the child. And if you have any questions, I'll try to respond.
So I assume you've obviously talked to Mr. Stallworth.
I have.
What is his reaction to being implicated in all of this?
Well, of course, he's very disappointed. He's having people call and threaten, Facebook threatening him and his family. And he's just taken aback that he's being charged. Well, not charged, but he's considered as a suspect in the missing of this lovely child.
Is he still in Birmingham?
He's still around. He made bond, and one of the requirements of bond that he does not leave the state without permission of the court. And I guess the police department is doing everything that they can to try to find the child along with the FBI.
Y'all hear this shit?
You have so many people calling and making allegations, and we think the false allegations are not doing anything to assist.
Them false allegations was the people that dad gonna set this shit up, y'all.
If the people that took the child are watching this right now, what do you want to say to them?
To take the child back to a safe place, to the mother and father, to the police department, to a hospital, or any place that they feel like they could take the child without causing any problem to them. Of course, the child is top priority in this whole thing.
The vehicle that was towed, was that his vehicle?
The vehicle that was towed belonged to my client.
Did he say why he was in the area of Tom Brown Village?
I'll say this, that once we go to court, you will find out that he was there for legitimate reasons. He's employed in that area where he was at one point in time. We have an alibi to where he was at the time of the alleged 8:30 or 8 something abduction of the child.
Is it his vehicle, right?
No. No.
John Boyd?
That is a question mark. I'm sure with all this going on, the company have to consider their liability and possible things before they do anything.
Somebody going down for this shit and it ain't them.
My understanding was just like a dating arrangement.
I guess we're good.
You good? Anything else? I know you all coming in late. I'll try to talk to you all. Oh, that's okay. Yeah, they say you will say that.
Okay, y'all heard this with y'all own ears. This the first attorney. Hello. This the first attorney. So y'all heard this with y'all own ears because I want y'all to hear it just like I heard it. I said, oh my goodness. The Lord got me searching today. Because something just ain't right. Something just ain't right. And when Planet did the daggone,
No, that's okay.
That's why I love you.
I'll roll and you can.
did the interview with him, there's something suspicious about that too.
I'm here on behalf of my client, Patrick Stallworth.
Hey!
I want to make it known to the community and to the state
Hey, Miss
that Mr.
LaFay.
Stallworth did not have anything to do with the missing child. Of course, we sympathize with the family members of little Miss Mackenzie Kenny, whose lovely name is Cupcakes. We hope that the Birmingham Police Department will do everything with the FBI to find the child. We hope the child is still alive and the child is doing well. But we want to make it known that Mr. Stallworth had nothing, and I repeat that, nothing to do with the child being missing and abducted by anyone. My client also denies the charges that have been filed against him. And he's going to do, along with my services, everything to fight the charges and to be found not guilty of a particular offense. We hope that the child is found by the police or anyone, and please turn the child in. But we want to once again say that Mr. Stallworth had nothing to do with the missing of the child. And if you have any questions, I'll try to respond.
So I assume you've obviously talked to Mr. Stallworth.
I have.
What is his reaction to being implicated in all of this?
Well, of course, he's very disappointed. He's having people call and threaten, Facebook threatening him and his family. And he's just taken aback that he's being charged. Well, not charged, but he's considered as a suspect
Right.
in the missing of this lovely child.
Which he ain't. I've been said that.
Is he still in Birmingham?
He's still around. He made bond, and one of the requirements of bond that he does not leave the state without permission of the court.
If they figured this boy was guilty, y'all, why would they put up 5 houses for him? They put up 5 houses for him to get out. And one was one of the daggone suspects that we suspect was involved. Dad. Well, they just clearly told us that he is not. He said, I repeat, he is not involved. So, somebody got some damn answer talking or something to do. Y'all, this man has clearly said his client is innocent. And he said he believes that he's innocent. He has an alibi. So all you motherfuckers that was out here making all them false allegations while that man was in jail, calling and threatening, sound like some people, you know what I'm saying, that's in jail right now that's being threatened by one of you daggone evil sources. They had all the, if y'all go back to the interview with Planet, that boy clearly said himself that it was more people involved. He sure said it.
Do not know the child.
Right.
Have no relationship with the child. One other thing before you leave. He did, the police did take him, and he made statements concerning his innocence and his non-involvement in the missing of the child. Okay. All right. Go get something to
All right, we
eat.
gotta sit outside and write my story.
All right.
Thanks, Emery.
Got a report, how much is that here?
Yeah. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Right. Now I'll try to bring Fox up today.
Okay.
Thank you.
Man, you've been running. They told me you were at City Hall, and you'd probably be late.
Yeah, what time did this start?
It started at 9:25. But
Yes,
I said 9:30.
Okay.
And since they told me you were...
Yeah, it's deep. It's deep as hell because they let the man out of jail to set him up. That's what they did. They let him out of
No,
jail.
that's okay.
Hey,
That's why
to
I'm
set him up.
I'm rolling. And
The system did that. The fuck?
Good.
All right. I'm here on behalf of my client, Patrick Stallworth. I want to make it known to the community and to the state that Mr. Stallworth did not have anything to do with the missing child. Of course, we sympathize with the family members of little Miss Mackenzie Kenny, whose lovely name is Cupcakes.
You had your own
We
state.
hope that the Birmingham Police Department will do
Okay,
everything
but
with
that's
the
mine. I
FBI
didn't eat.
to find the child. We hope the child is still alive and the child is doing well.
Pretty
But we
bad.
want to make it known that Mr. Stallworth had nothing, and I repeat that, nothing to do with the child being missing and abducted by anyone.
Okay.
My
Clear.
client also denies the charges that have been filed against him. And he's
This
going
is
to
not
do,
the attorney.
along with my services, everything to fight the charges and to be found not guilty of a particular offense. We hope that the child is found by
Listen.
the police or anyone, and please turn the child in. But we want to once again say that Mr. Stallworth had nothing to do with the missing of the child. And if you have any questions, I'll try to respond.
So I see you've obviously talked to Mr. Stallworth.
I have.
What is his reaction to being implicated in all of this?
Well, of course,
Listen
he's
what he's
very
saying.
disappointed.
Listen what he's saying.
He's having people call and threaten
I don't
Facebook,
want that
threatening him and his family. And
Yep.
he's,
You hear
he's
that?
just taken
They
aback
threaten
that
here,
he's
take
being
that.
charged. Well, not charged, but he's considered as a suspect in the missing of this lovely child.
Y'all know who the people was that was calling in.
Is he still?
All the people that daggone know
He's
what the
still
hell
around.
happened
He
to that
made
baby.
bond, and one of the requirements of
That
bond is
lawyer ain't gonna sit
that
here
he
and
does
say
not leave
something.
the state without permission of the court. And I guess the police department is doing everything that they can to try to find the child along with the FBI. And you have so many people calling and making allegations, and we think the false allegations are not doing anything to assist in finding this child.
Right.
It's only delaying things.
If the people that took the child are watching this right now, what do you want to say to them?
Take the child back to a safe place, to the mother and father, to the police department, to a hospital, or any place that they feel like they could take the child without causing any problem to them.
Now, can I say one thing, y'all? This video was taken October the 24th, 2019. Okay. Obviously, the baby ain't been found yet. So this is when clearly you can put two and two together to realize that, boom. Hold on. How did they say that this was going on? That the baby... Okay, the abduction happened supposedly on the 12th, right? October the 12th. Okay? Because on the 11th, she said she cried all night long. The abduction happened on the 12th. And this is the 24th. Now, Patrick is out of jail. So how did he kill a baby on the first day? How did they kill this baby on the first day if they still looking for her? You feel me? And to me, none of this daggone crime makes sense. At all, y'all. The whole crime don't make no sense. They did all of this to come and find out that this man ain't had nothing to do with this little girl's disappearance. At all. At all, y'all. She ain't had nothing to do with this. Stop drinking up his juice. He's drinking up my grandbaby's juice. That's not your juice, babe. My daughter bought that juice for her son. I wonder why his juice keep disappearing.
That's mine. I little stuff on it.
No, you drinking his juice. Instead of going to buy you some. Here. But y'all, as I'm saying, then when the daggone attorney says that these people been calling in, threatening his client, we already know that they spoke and said that they was the ones calling down there trying to get him hurt and beat up and all of that stuff. They truly said that. Yeah, we calling down there getting him beat up and daggone blah blah blah. They had all this in the bag, y'all. The whole crime was in the bag, but they didn't know that. See, somebody knew about him, about Pete. They know he worked out there. They knew all of that. And the only person that knows all that information like that is that boy. He clearly gets out here saying, oh, I can look up anybody and get anybody's information. Well, hell, we know that now. We definitely know that now. But I just wanted my people to see that this shit is, it was all a daggone hoax from the beginning. When the daggone attorney says, I repeat, he does not have anything to do with this. Well, somebody did. And where they at? Where they at? So, am I allowed to go back to a video before this video, y'all? Hold on. I strolled on down because I was just baffled. Baffled. Where did he go? Okay, hold on. Okay, here we go, y'all. Here we go, y'all. Right here. Okay. Now, I gotta rewind it. I want y'all to hear the interview. It's so long, guys. It's a long interview. But this interview may be the reason why they did what they did to the guy in the YouTube streets. Listen at this, y'all. Okay.
And I wanted to ask you that, because, you know, I do research on people that I...
This might be the interview that got him messed up with them.
But, you know, close family relatives have, you know,
Listen.
you know.
Listen, y'all.
You on here. I seen your interview with LaBrittany, and that was fire. I see why they reporting y'all, for real, for real. I see why they reporting y'all, and it's messed up. But you know, over here we get reported, but we got our own website. So I record them and put them on the website afterwards. We don't got to worry about that. but I just wanted to find out where you are with it. Because us not being in Alabama, we looking for.
Now, mind y'all, I'm just reacting to this, y'all. I'm only reacting to this because why are they interviewing him? Was my thing. But we about to find out why he did a lot of interviewing because it looked like he's picking. He's trying to find out if this dude is going to slip at any given time. He tried to play like he was on their side and I fucks with you big time and all this and that and the other. But you got to listen to this interview, y'all.
Alabama and Birmingham just to speak and let us know from the streets. You know what I mean? And the first question I have for you was,
Listen.
Have you ran into Dominic since this occurred?
He laughed.
No, I haven't, but you know, close family relatives have, so I mean, it's a high profile case, so you say the wrong thing and then they be at your doorstep.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
exactly.
So-
Exactly.
Yeah, it's definitely a connection there. A lot of people played part in it and had personal gains at the situation for their own reason.
Y'all heard that? Did y'all hear him say a lot of people played a part in this? Y'all heard it, right? How can you know that? How do you know a lot of people played a part in this? So I just wanted y'all to hear him say that. So how can y'all pinpoint that only 2 people did this when an alleged suspect is clearly telling the whole damn story right here on live? You know what I'm saying? He said it himself. A whole lot of people played a part.
It's a high profile case, so you say the wrong thing and then they be at your doorstep.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
exactly.
So-
Exactly.
Yeah, it's definitely a connection there. A lot of people played part in it and had personal gains at the situation for their own reasons. But God sees how.
So who had personal gain from this? Is my question. Who got the personal gain? Because nobody got nothing out the deal. You know what I'm saying? And he clearly said in this interview, you got to understand two babies was blah, blah, blah. Listen, I'm going to let y'all listen.
So they may feel like they got away with it, but they won't.
Listen.
All right, I had a question. Did you happen to see the video of the guy that basically claimed that the police actually found a kid walking in the middle of the road
Listen.
that he believed was Camille?
Listen.
Yeah, that was some bullshit. Somebody probably staged it, to get some likes on Facebook. Because the city of Birmingham.
Y'all heard that, right? You just got to listen. That nigga's clearly saying somebody probably staged it. So all of this was a staged situation. But the main person that took her life is telling the story. I feel. You know too much for you to just been getting out of jail. But you ride in the city with sticks. First of all, you ain't even supposed to have no guns. So I'm looking at the FBI like, y'all haven't seen this video here that he did? That clearly says that if I say anything that might not be what they want to hear, they come back and knock at my door. Why would they be knocking at your door? You hear me saying? Why would they be knocking at your door? It's something very, very suspicious about this because for an attorney to say, my client is innocent. I repeat, he's innocent. Oh, it's a whole lot to it. They got to that attorney to make him step down off of that goddamn going whatchamacallit, because that attorney know Patrick didn't do it. He knows Patrick didn't do it. He has an alibi. But These people want to make that be the people that did it, and we all and the world knows that them aren't the people that did it because there was no girl involved in them daggone niggas walking out there. And then, first of all, he says in his own language, in his own words, them babies was walking on the sidewalk. Wait a minute. How do you know they were on the sidewalk? Because we clearly daggone didn't see no sidewalk. We seen some babies playing, but I ain't seen no sidewalk. And you claim you ain't never been out there, so how you know it's a sidewalk out there? Is what I'm trying to say. Listen,
So
y'all.
caught up in lights on Facebook, everybody want recognition, you know. So
Everybody
he was
wanted
from Bessemer. I
recognition.
think he was from Bessemer. If I don't.
yeah, that's maybe 20, 30 miles away from this incident happening. So
Why would that man have to?
The video, it was just a little strange, just because I don't know. He claimed it like it. I don't know. The video didn't look set up. It looked like just people driving that happened to catch a scene. Now we see a baby in police, and people wondering, was there any other children in Birmingham missing? Because it just
Nope.
you know what I mean? It just coincides with the father's post talking about, oh, we gonna get in another week. And I'm sure you probably seen posts either from the father indicating that she was safe, that they got her. I just showed the post by somebody named Victor Moan that claimed they had got the baby safe, but the police was waiting for them to confirm that they got the baby safe in order to break the news. Then we noticed that they also dropped news articles stating she was safe. The police chief came on and said she was safe, then retracted the story.
Yeah.
We never seen anything like this before, so it made us side eye it. Did anybody?
I told you, everybody wanted recognition from this story. It was, oh my God, it was just blowed up. So everybody wanted recognition to say that they had the first story or this what it was and this what it was, man. But record shows that, I mean, public record that came out this morning showed this baby had been dead since the first day she went missing. So,
that's what people are saying?
Yeah, man. So, like,
Nobody said that.
Talking and don't be knowing the hell they be talking about. Everybody wanna.
Nobody said that.
Put in and say this came from.
Nobody said that. Nobody said that. Only the killer would know that baby was killed the first day that she was gone. Because the attorney just said that Patrick didn't have nothing to do with it. And he clearly said, I repeat, Patrick Stallworth had nothing to do with the abduction and kidnapping or whatever of that baby. And I believe him. And now this, y'all got to listen some more because he going to tell y'all that them babies was on the sidewalk. And only the killers or the kidnappers would know exactly where them babies was because it looked like they was in some type of grass area.
This source and this came from that source.
Listen.
People just be lies stuck on top of lies. You get what I'm saying now? So, you have to just pay attention about stuff that you hear in the media and on social media and the press. Because half of it don't be true. You can't believe half of the things that they say about people.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
No problem. I got another question. Has anybody know who the cousin was that allegedly was supposed to be minding Cupcake? Because we noticed nobody seems to even care.
CP, right? Like I told you, everything be lies, bullshit, fabricated. The only thing about this story that, get me is in the original video, it was two tigers walking up the sidewalk and only one was targeted. So, that's to tell you it was some type of personal game.
Yeah. Did you notice in that video that you just brought up, they were picking something up off the ground? When I first saw it,
listen what he say, y'all.
It either had to be money or candy.
And I was thinking candy.
Yeah, but I was thinking it probably wasn't candy since you see the kids pick up one, pick up another. Normally a 3-year-old will pick up one candy, put it in his mouth, and then when that's done, pick up the next one. So that had me thinking it was money. But not only that, you just made a good point and said that kid was targeted. Now, this is where it
For
gets
personal
technical
gain.
legally, as far as the courts are going to be looking at it as. If that man ran and the child followed him, is it really an abduction? And think about it, the other child stopped. The
Man,
first-
listen to what
Listen,
I'm
y'all.
tell you right here, right? And you know the average citizen in society maybe would disagree with what I'm finna say.
All right. You
But
got it.
as a man, I got to say what I got to say. You know, sometimes I don't feel like things should be addressed in the judicial system. I think certain things should be addressed in the streets, and this is one of those situations where I feel like you giving somebody jail time for the rest of their life, or you know,
Listen.
sending them to a lethal injection, man. These man should die a horrible death. And everybody who played the part and should die a horrible death. You know?
Yeah, this is my thing, Vito. With this whole Patrick thing, I don't know. I don't see Alabama news, whatever news they've been showing us. We didn't see any evidence. You know what I mean? As far as linking this guy to Cupcake. Now, I don't know as far as what cameras the police are using or whatever, but they gave us a screenshot and a far away video. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't like accusing people of shit until they get like either convicted or the word on the street is they did it. And I'm not, you know, everybody should know that. I know people was looking at you as a bad guy when you went through your trials and tribulations. You know what I'm saying? So let's give them the benefit of the doubt based on doing it. Like, you know what I mean? Because this is another thing. They made a good point, and I be saying this. I understand they found the body in Center Point. They giving us this lame brain story about a dumpster and a
They said they found the body in Center Point.
Yeah, and this is how they found it. They saying that it was basically in a dumpster.
They said they found the body in a landfill.
Yeah, that came from a dumpster that came from Center Point.
He
So
trying
this
to
is
catch
the
him
point I
up.
want to make. Since
He
when
trying
do
to catch him up.
anybody move entire dumpsters to get rid of garbage? But they had to say that they found it in a dumpster that came from Center Point in a landfill.
Hey, Miss Marilyn.
Because if they didn't say that, how would they link the body to Center Point? Because you got to realize sanitation covers that whole area. And they don't normally
I don't
take
wanna be under
dumpsters.
this.
They just dump them out in a compactor. And based in the compactor, they would never be able to pinpoint where the exact garbage came from in that area. So this whole dumpster thing, it kind of confines their evidence and moves it to where it needs to be. We don't know how it got there. LaBrittany assured us they wasn't gutting no houses. So we know it wasn't in one of the gutted houses dumpsters, because those do get moved. You know what I mean? So it was in a regular dumpster allegedly, and somehow it got to the landfill. And that's part of the stuff that I say the police don't need our help. Because if they're not giving us everything, how could they even expect our help? You know what I mean? But that's the story.
I mean, the police don't even know what the fuck going on. So, you know,
How can he say
this
that?
is just a sad situation, man.
It is.
You know?
But look, guess what? A lot of people don't even think it is. A lot of people
The man that
kinda thinking
they said they put
this
voodoo
is some,
on.
like, fake news story, and Dominic is some type of snitch. They thinking Dominic is in witness protection, telling on everybody, and this was just his way of disappearing. Because nobody has seen him since then. Really, that like.
No,
What?
that's a lie. See, I told you, fake news. This is what ruined everything, ruined stories for people.
Mhm.
And Mills, they have seen Dominique. They caught him at the funeral home last night and beat the hell out of him. Beat
Oh,
the shit
right.
out of him.
Wow.
The police had to escort him back to the freeway. So people had seen him. I told you
Wow.
he's being protected
Wow.
by the law.
Oh.
Well, not really, but
He was protected by the law. You dropping jewels on us, two guys. You dropping jewels. Woo, hold up. We could skip the beat up part. But you was saying he got a little protection from the law?
hell yeah. Shit,
I-
they broke it up.
All
If
right.
the police broke the fight on when they get on his ass, then hell yeah, you got protection from the law.
Oh, all right. I was just trying to figure out if he was rolling with them. That's what I was
Oh
trying
no, I don't know that about that. You can't just put no snitch name on
No,
somebody.
all right.
You ain't got-
No, but at the end of the
I
day,
don't
we
know
all
about
know
that.
that he can't hold water. I saw the Facebook post where you and him was going back and forth. No grown
Yeah,
men do
that was basically because You know, this man going live, you saying your baby, man, so why you going live smoking blunts, laughing, saying she all right? Like, you got people out here going hard. Like, we was out riding with firearms and shit, trying to find and see what the hell this baby was. And you out playing on live TV, and, you know, man, it just hurt a lot of people. It's like a slap in the face, man. And we took that disrespect. If we going harder for your child than you are, you know. That's a form of disrespect.
I was hurt when I was hurt because one, I seen that he was throwing names around, and this is nothing you throwing names around with. I'm old school like you. I don't be thinking that stuff always gotta be settled in no court and you know things like that. So once he started doing that, I side-eye him. I don't know if you saw the press when the new reporter was talking to him in the complex, and they was like, who you think did it? And he was like, do you really want to know? And she was like, yeah. And they said, do you really, really want to know? And they was like, no. So I knew he couldn't hold water. But I really wanted to ask you, he's not from, I guess, Tom Brown houses, right?
Hell no.
All right. Based on him not being from there, can you give us a brief description of the heat that he brought there saying the things he was saying? One, for just, you know, throwing mad dirt on the cousin's house.
Some people, Tom Brown, it ain't Tom Brown Village, it's Avondale Projects. I don't know what it's Tom Brown Village.
Oh, all right, Avondale. I don't know why I keep recalling it.
It's called Avondale.
They might be trying to change it. They might be trying to sell it as condominiums or something.
I don't know, but that's Avondale Projects. New folks just got thrown with some shit they ain't had nothing to do with. You know, they just played a part as a community, you know, doing vigils and, you know, bringing bells and candles and, you know, just trying to help and pitch in with the city to find them. But them folks got thrown in some shit they ain't had nothing to do with, you know what I'm saying? It really didn't matter where they was that day. They could have been in the middle.
I'll be back.
Listen to this. Now we gonna
yeah, he talking about Dominic. What about April? Shit. Right.
Yeah.
Alright. There was another video that came out right after that of, I guess, a family member of one, I guess the alleged girl that was in the car or go with Dominic. And she was basically saying they was clout chasing, pointing fingers for personal reasons. It had nothing to do with Cupcake. And basically, you know, the woman's mother had to feel the hammer of it. Because basically, you know, they was implicating that, you know, the woman had something to do with the disappearance of Cupcake. Don't you know that woman's house got raided? I'm not going to say based on that live, but just based on Cupcake missing. And that was the main thing I wanted to talk to you about is, I don't know if you know people who got affected by this in ways like their houses getting searched, but they got a class action lawsuit on their hand because the officials, they don't have a right to run up in your home based on one child.
Listen, let me tell you something. The feds don't do what the fuck they want to do, and that's what you don't understand.
No, you can get money for it though. Yeah, they can violate you. You can get money for it though.
Guess what? Man, the feds don't want to do that shit. Them folks don't get away with whatever they want to do. That was the federal bureau. That just wasn't no city official. This got real. Like the feds was brought in. You know what I'm saying? Nah?
Yeah, that was the soldiers.
Yeah, so like, you know, at that point when a baby was involved, them folks don't want to.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, this is what I say, and this is why we don't trash the Constitution in emergencies. That's when we supposed to stand by it more. Because think about this, bro. If they use one baby to search 1,000 houses with no warrant, all they got to do is say 10 missing babies throughout an area, and they going to search 10,000 houses. You know what I'm saying? And based on that, people going to be going to jail for even getting framed or whatever. We can't trust the law. So that's why they always got to have a search warrant. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I just know
Go ahead.
just know how they play it, man. You know, they gonna say it was a baby involved, and you know, all the way up to the governor gonna say we don't give a fuck. Yeah. If it maybe something was found during those searches, then you can approach that bridge and say, hey, you was in the wrong.
Yeah, I feel you. So you say get caught with that. You say get caught with that. Say get caught with that, then fight it. I'm on some not let him in stuff, but it's all good. That was a good one though. That's true too.
Yeah.
The only reason I say that, because think about it. All the cops got to do is make up story Tyler's is missing, and they'll be running up in all our houses.
It's
It's
Strike.
it's bragging. It's buffering a little.
You don't strike. You know, over there.
It's buffering a little. Two guns.
Yeah, you right about that.
Yep. And that's the only reason I say,
You right
'cause just
about
like, and look, I'm gonna keep it 100. I was fucking with you when I heard you say you
Yeah,
had.
it's storming where I'm at.
Oh, all right. But look, here go a hard one for you. Now, I was messing with you when I heard you say you have freedom of speech, right? And you gonna say what you want. Do you believe the street code and the Constitution exist?
Exactly.
Do you think it exists together, the street code and the Constitution?
You want me to be honest with you?
Yeah, please do. I do appreciate your intellectualness. I love this statement, but I need you to tell me that.
Man, fuck the street code. You think somebody want to impress a bunch of scumbags, man? Fuck them niggas, man. Them
Two
niggas
guys
fuck,
keeping it
they gonna
going.
do the fuck they gonna stay over their head. You know what I'm saying? They ain't gonna never leave with a man. Fuck the streets, man. Who the fuck wanna be in the streets for the rest of their life,
I
man?
respect that.
It got to come to, man, like these niggas living with an illusion in their head, like the streets is glamorous.
Yeah.
Man, we trying to get up out this bitch, man. Them
Yep. I respect
niggas who
that.
talk about they trying to go to the streets, stay in suburb areas. And they come down this bitch.
That's true. It's true.
Down here.
The suburbs trying to be like the hood and the hood trying to get out. Yep, I agree. No problem. All right, let me ask you this next question, right? I saw your other live when you was upset talking about you was ready to handle something on live. I know you was just talking out of anger and emotions, right?
Oh, that's what you think about me?
Nah,
You think I was just talking?
no. But I know personally, not me personally, and I don't know anybody that really would really want to do that on live for somebody else's situation and just based on.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Tugo.
Hey, you looking at them.
All right.
You looking at them.
I'm glad you didn't
looking
though.
at 'em.
No, yep, but I'm glad you didn't, because remember, we trying to get out the hood, and getting out the hood is not a physical thing; it also mental as well.
But listen.
Go ahead.
If you don't stand as a man and you're ready to lose it all about that, then you go forward with it.
No doubt.
It is,
Danger, though.
Miss Linda.
As far as reputation,
Man, for
and it
that
looks
baby,
bad.
man.
Yup, it looks bad. It looks
Baby.
bad. It makes people look like creeps, and you wanna. I know you wanna.
This
represent
why
that. I
I
understand
think-
that. But
They did what they did to Planet because he was doing a lot. You know what I'm saying? And then for you to just drop in on them, then for them to say that they placed voodoo on him, that kind of scary that they would, after you do an interview on October the 25th, that's my son's birthday. And you clearly know that the attorney done said that Patrick is innocent. Like the attorney clearly says Patrick is innocent. And he repeated that. I want to repeat. Patrick Stallworth is innocent. He has an alibi for where he was. He has an alibi, and he was at work that day. So somebody did a daggone background check on him and all of that. You hear me?
That's okay.
That's why I love you.
I'll roll and you can start whenever the next place Mr. Bill's rolling, and I'm good.
All right. I'm here on behalf of my client, Patrick Stallworth. I want to make it known to the community and to the state that Mr. Stallworth did not have anything to do with the missing child. Of course, we sympathize with the family members of little Miss Kenny, whose lovely name is Cupcakes. We hope that the Birmingham Police Department will do everything with the FBI to find the
Now,
child.
this is October the
child is still
24th.
alive, and the child is doing well.
This is October the 24th, 2019. Vito did a live with P of the Fake on the 25th of October. My thing is, it's strange that you did an interview, and it's strange that you said everybody wanted to be acknowledged in this case. Not everybody. Only the people that claim that they could make a lifetime story out of it. When y'all spoke that out, y'all spoke the wrong thing because, first of all, only the killers can make a lifetime story out of something because they knew what happened. How can you make a lifetime story out of something if you don't know what happened? So that was strange. And I think that they need to bring that boy in. I think that they need to put him in because we clearly hear Patrick's attorney that was at the time speak and say, my client has nothing, I repeat, had nothing to do with that baby's.
I want to make it known to the community and to the state that Mr. Stallworth did not have anything to do with the missing child. Of course, we sympathize with the family members of little Miss Mackenzie Kenny, whose lovely name is Cupcakes. We hope that the Birmingham Police Department will do everything with the FBI to find the child. We hope the child is still alive and the child is doing well.
And this is the
But we
24th.
want to make it known that Mr. Stallworth had nothing, and I repeat that, nothing to do with the child being missing and abducted by anyone. My client also denies the charges that have been filed against him. And he's going to do, along with my services, everything to fight the charges and to be found not guilty of a particular offense. We hope that the child is found by the police or anyone, and please turn the child in. But we want to once again say that Mr. Stallworth had nothing to do with the missing of the child. And if you have any questions, I'll try to respond.
Now, this man said that. Why would they daggone be having these people on
His
trial?
reaction to being implicated in all of this.
Well, of course, he's very disappointed. He's having people call and threaten, Facebook threatening him and his family. And
We already know who that was
he's
because he
just
said it.
taken aback that he's being charged. Well, not charged, but he's considered as a suspect in the missing of this lovely child.
There's some dirty folks down there, boy.
Is he still in Birmingham?
He's still around. He made bond, and one of the requirements of bond that he does not leave the state without permission of the court. And I guess the police department is doing everything that they can to try to find the child along with the FBI. And you have so many people calling and making allegations, and we think the false allegations are not doing anything to assist
Don't
in
act like
finding
that's
the
what you
child.
was doing.
It's only delaying things.
If the people that took the child are watching this right now, what do you want to say to them?
Take the child back to a safe place, to the mother and father, to the police department, to a hospital, or any place that they feel like they could take the child without causing any problem to them. Of course, the child is top priority in this whole thing.
The vehicle that was towed, was that his vehicle?
The vehicle that was towed belonged to my client.
Did he say why he was in the area of the Tom Brown Village?
I'll say this, that once we go to court, you will find out that he was there for legitimate reasons. He's employed in that area where he was at one point in time. We have an alibi to where he was at the time of the alleged 8:30 or 8-something abduction of the child.
Does he receive his vehicle back?
No.
Still on board?
That is a question mark. I'm sure with all this going on, the company have to consider their liability and possible things before they do anything.
What was his relationship with the female?
My understanding was just like a dating arrangement.
good.
You good? Anything else? I know y'all coming in late. I'll try to talk to y'all. Oh, that's okay. Yeah, they saved you. We'll say that.
Wow.
Okay.
They not getting away with
Star Wars,
this.
never family?
No. He doesn't.
No relation, never.
And no relation to the family at all. Do not know the child.
Right.
Have no relationship with the child. One other thing before you leave, he did, the police did take him, and he made statements concerning his innocence and his non-involvement in the missing of the child.
The world know Patrick ain't did that.
All right, go get something to
All right,
eat.
we gotta stick outside and let my sword.
All right.
The culprits is still out. They got the right people on house arrest for this shit. And I believe that. I believe it. I believe it. I believe it. What is this about? Y'all know they gotta have 1,000 damn
An Invisalign smile is so powerful,
commercials.
you can face anything. Invis is 10 million smiles strong. Invisalign.
This is crazy. Oh, crazy.
An area beyond trees where we see a child. I think there's Cupcake right there beyond that tree. We see a child. Everybody is screaming for Cupcake. It appears that she has been found beyond these trees here. Officers are centered around her right there. We are going to give you the best view that we can. We have all sorts of cheers from the people who have been out here, as well as family members who tell us that this is indeed Camille Cupcake McKinney.
They say it is
Just
indeed
tears of joy from all people here who have us. I'm going to let you listen in.
Thank you, Lord! Thank you, Lord! Cupcake! Oh, God, yes! Thank you, Lord!
You can hear that emotion in everyone's voice here. Just a lot of excitement that there is a positive outcome. It appears in this case. We are waiting for official police confirmation, but we did see a child and lots of cheers from the front of this apartment complex in near the area where we saw all of those officers going into that apartment complex. I can see a child. It does look like Cupcake.
Our officers came to this area, cornered it all. We did a thorough search of the location, all apartments and all vehicles in the parking lot, and we have not located the young lady. We want everybody to understand, please understand, we are still searching for her. And it's our belief that, we did hear the crowd cheer. There was some misinformation because there was another young lady at that complex that was approximately the same size.
Just tears of joy from all people here who I'm going to let you listen in.
Thank you, Mel, on the check-in. What a frustrating day Wednesday was for a lot of people. Cupcake was not found. A lot of conflicting reports amongst the media, police, people in general. I want to talk about the two suspects that are in custody. By the way, if you haven't done so, do me the favor and like my Facebook page. I'd appreciate that.
I'm out, y'all. I just wanted y'all to hear the attorney.
A dark SUV by a black man, and initially they said a white woman. So that's where the surveillance pictures of this man and the car and the Toyota was seen. And what happened was neighbors saw it parked in their complex, and they called 911.
The man, Patrick, and his, I don't know if it's his
That's
wife or
who put
girlfriend
Patrick
or
in
whatever,
it.
have both been arrested. but they have not found the little girl yet.
Police identified Patrick Stallworth and Derek Brown as the persons of interest.
And they were my downstairs neighbors in the same building with us and everything. They've been living there about a month now.
So that blue Toyota 4Runner that they've been flashing on TV,
that is definitely his.
Some side notes. According to SandraRose.com, the police chief stated that Cupcake's missing wasn't reported for several hours by the family,
Right.
and that caused precious time. The two suspects are denying involvement.
And the detectives interviewed both subjects in relation to the disappearance of McKinney, but it wasn't for kidnapping.
And it's possible that Cupcake's being moved around through multiple locations.
Yep.
Now, the grandmother, Sharon, feels that these two suspects have the answers or know something.
Thomas says the two are the link in finding Cupcake.
I wish they would tell where my grandbaby is. I just wish they would talk.
She also had this message for whoever has Cupcake.
Please give her back. She's the joy of our life.
There have been a lot of allegations, like people saying the mother wasn't at the party, the father of the ransom, or that he owes certain people money. But these two suspects are interesting, Patrick and Derek Arisha. This guy, well, what happened was they were taken into custody, and I believe police can only hold them for a certain amount of time. So they found these other charges to keep them longer.
Evidence was obtained that allows our detectives to obtain warrants for both individuals that we have in custody.
Stallworth was arrested and charged with 4 counts of possession of child pornography and 3 counts of possession of child pornography with the intent to distribute.
Now, it's important to note that police stated these charges are unrelated, but they're obviously using this to keep them locked up and questioning them. Patrick allegedly not only had this illicit stuff on his phone, which is disturbing, but the intent to distribute caught my attention too. Distribute it where? What exactly was he doing with this stuff on his phone? Now, Arisha Brown, she has an interesting past too.
Brown was originally charged with kidnapping.
Have these two, have they ever been arrested before? And if they were, can you tell us what that was?
I don't have their complete history with me.
Right.
But we did some digging and found out that Brown was charged in 2018.
Digging.
Arrested with kidnapping her very own children at gunpoint.
I'd have did my own. The fuck.
Arisha Brown. A little bit more information on that situation. Brown was charged with 3 counts of first-degree kidnapping, second-degree assault, attempting to elude, and 4 counts of reckless endangerment after she took 3 of her children from a foster home at gunpoint after she lost custody of them. Court documents indicate the kidnapping charges were ultimately dismissed last November, but a grand jury in Jefferson County indicted her on 3 kidnapping charges, and the case is still pending in court.
Our investigation thus far, we're unable to gather pertinent information on the location of Camille.
As far as Wednesday, they received what they deemed to be a credible tip. They went out there, they taped off the area, they had SWAT, they checked apartment to apartment, they checked vehicles. People from the community were standing out there, I heard, for 3 hours. And there was the major thing where everybody was excited because they thought they found Cupcake, and then there was a huge disappointment, and it turned out to be some other girl, and there was mass confusion because there was the ambulance, and I believe the girl was taken to the ambulance, and the ambulance was driving off, and people were waving and excited, thought that that was Cupcake, and apparently it wasn't. And it's just this huge, unfortunate situation.
Whole bunch of bullshit.
Crime Stoppers boosted the
That's
total
what it
reward
was.
money
It
to
turned into some
$25,000,
bullshit.
including the total is $5,000 from the state of
A
Alabama,
circus, if you
$1,000
ask
from a
me.
private citizen. Comment down below. Let me know your thoughts. I am completely exhausted. Cupcake has been missing since October 12th.
Right.
And it's just crazy to think that she's been gone all this time. And I mean, everybody's looking. The community is looking, I guess. Seems like it. She must be being hidden somewhere indoors.
Yeah,
Somebody's got to know something
they do.
about this. And I've seen people trying to take advantage. I've heard of people starting GoFundMes and like opening it up under fake accounts and shutting it down and cashing out. All this drama online, and at the end of the day, the one that's suffering is that little girl.
Yes, she was.
So I hope they find her, man, and then once she's found, they get to the bottom of what caused all this. How did they get to this point with this little girl of her being taken from this party?
Like he said, personal gain. That's what he said. That boy said it was personal gain. And I'm sick to my stomach to know. Sad. Mm. It is very sad. It's really sad.
You know my daughter, everybody know me. They know Cupcake. You know anything going on. You know me, you know I put up anything to bring that baby back home. I just really most important on getting my baby back. If I've been in my children's life, like both of them, her and Amara, like they know me. They used to see me on a daily basis. My daughter know her dad, like ain't no random guy gonna ever just walk up to her and be like, come here. Cause she know me. She know all my calls. She know like I ain't never been in her life. Period.
How are you feeling towards, I guess, the homeowners that, I guess, or whoever was responsible for your daughter at the time she was abducted?
You wanna know how I feel?
Pay close attention to what he's about to
I'm trying to
say.
use fine language. So how I feel. She's only been here a couple months. She's been toured with a few people over here. She's on her feet. Hell, you look at her house, look at her back door. Look at all the other doors around you. You can tell they run in and out all day and don't watch the children down here. Have the doors hanging out the hinges. Everybody else screen doors on.
Is that a family member or a?
It's her cousin. And I always tell her, you know, I don't like my children to be over here because I know the way her cousin is. Her cousin really don't watch her own kids.
Now, these two have been charged with capital murder of Camilla Cupcake McKinney. And I just hope justice is served. It's really sad story of what happened to this little 3-year-old girl in Birmingham, Alabama. I just want to update everyone that they are in custody and that hopefully justice would be served for her. It's such a sad thing that happened to such a young girl. Her life is taken way too soon, too soon. It's ridiculous of what's happening to these kids these days. She's an innocent kid that was playing, regardless of the situation that was occurring, that was going on at the projects where she was located at, which was the mother's cousin. The mother's cousin was watching her while the mother was at work, I'm assuming. And so, if you heard the dad, he stated that he didn't want his kids being over at the area because he stated that the mom's cousin really didn't watch after her own children. So it's just really sad what happened. And like the mom said, out of all the kids, why it had to be her kid, but we'll never know, you know. And some people are speculating that it's more to the story. We'll just have to wait until the investigation is done and see what comes out. But let me know your thoughts and your comments below. Don't forget to like.
Hey, what's up? This is Keyjet, and this just came in. The judge issues a gag order in the Camille Cupcake McKinney trial. I'm reading this as I'm recording this, so hold on just a second. It says the gag order has been issued by a Jefferson County judge in the capital murder case against 2 accused of murdering 3-year-old Camille Cupcake McKinney. Circuit Judge Clyde Jones has issued the order Tuesday morning. Hey, what's up? This is Keegan, and this is Mr. Dominic McKinney. The focus of isn't just, hey, he's saying something nice, probably the only nice thing that he'll say about April Thomas, the mother. It's about his choice of words, and as well, he left.
Y'all, I'm about done.
Hey, what's up? This is Keegan, and
I'm out,
this
y'all. Love
just
y'all.
Came in. The judge issues a gag order in the Camille Cupcake McKinney trial. I'm reading this.